And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mega Growth. My name is Krisha, and this is today's XLM analysis video. We will be going over both pairs today, okay? XLM USDT as well as XLM BTC. Now, we're actually going to start off with XLM BTC, but before we actually get into that macro analysis that I usually like starting off with, let's get into the Mango dashboard. And what is the dashboard telling us? Now, many of you guys know that I usually like starting off with the dashboard because it's been responsible for giving us some amazing trades. Now, the biggest trade that I caught this time on the dashboard was actually ZIL. ZIL did exceptionally well, okay, and I caught ZIL, and I know someone else who caught the T-Fuel, the T-Fuel trade, and those were all nice, big, chunky trades to be had, right? I mean, taking some of these trades can actually make up for all the other, tiny little losses that you've taken. Now, the dashboard has been pretty amazing in giving us some really cool, trends. So XLM USDT on the dashboard is giving us a long signal. Now, this long signal came in 2 days ago, okay? But XLM BTC is giving us a short signal. And this short signal came in 4 hours ago. So, I mean, it's an interesting picture. Now, I actually did do some preliminary analysis from this morning for XLM. And I think the picture is more on a neutral, it's more neutral than it is bullish or bearish right now, okay? So let's get into the charts to show you exactly what it is that I am looking at. Now, I noticed that XLM, my last XLM video, picked up a lot of traction, and I'm actually happy because, believe it or not, XLM is, it's a very, very neat chart, okay? I find this chart extremely neat, and I do believe that if and when XLM pops, it's going to be a beautiful, chunky move to the upside. Like, I am looking for a good, at the very least, guys, at the very least, 54% to the upside. Okay, and in my last video, I was telling you guys that I'm looking at XLM to take out a certain level in order for me to actually take a position. Now, I had been looking at it for like days on end, hoping that XLM would actually take out the level that I was looking for it to take out, and it did not. So I refrained from actually taking a position and FOMOing into a trade on XLM. But it's a good thing, right? Because things are beginning to sort of taper off. But let's actually first start off with that Ichimoku cloud. Now, this is something that I had noticed, okay? I'm not sure if I brought it up in my last video with you guys, but I do believe that while XLM is still in a neutral zone because we are currently hovering underneath this horizontal right here at 915 sats, I also believe that the signature is more on the bullish side, okay? And this is why. I like the fact that XLM has managed to maintain support on the Tenkin as well as that 21 EMA. And we've been doing this for how many weeks now? 10 weeks. 10 weeks of maintaining that Tenkin and that 21 EMA. And before I sort of go ahead and dissect this even further, I'm actually going to draw one more horizontal. Beautiful. Okay, I do believe that we have one horizontal right around there. And yeah, so I like the fact that we have been holding the Tenkin as well as the 21 EMA. And if you really have to zoom out on XLM BTC's weekly chart, okay, and try and find a spot where during a consolidation phase like this, XLM actually managed to take back the Tenkin and the 21 and hover over it, right? Use it as support for consecutive candles. If you zoom out and you look for that one spot, you're going to find this right here. Okay, I'm going to zoom into this price action, and I want you to notice what happened here. So we were hovering underneath the 21 EMA, we were holding it as resistance until we managed to take it out along with that Tenkin. Okay, that was a big move. That was a good, this candle alone was 51%. Okay, we took it back, and the next weekly candle, guys, we actually had a good, I believe this was a 60% move to the upside. Yes, 64% to the upside, only to end the week like this. Okay, it ended actually on minus 4% after that 60% move on the intra-week timeframes. Now, what I want you to notice, now what really stands out here is how, despite the bearish close, we closed over the Tenkin as well as the 21 EMA, as well as this horizontal right here at 710 sats. Okay, now anyone who sat through this candle would have been like, oh, damn this, I'm out, right? But if you zoom out of this chart now, look at what followed, right? I mean, this was how much? This was a good 700% to the upside. And this is where your weekly levels kick in. And this is why I always tell people to zoom out, because chances are your weekly levels are going to kick in irrespective of how, bearish the candle was. So always look for those, for candle closes relative to those weekly levels, because that is going to be your main tell as to what is going to follow on the next weekly candle. Okay, now this was one instance where we managed to take back the Tenkin and the 21 EMA. The other instance was right around here. Okay, I'm going to zoom into this price action now. Now here it was a bit choppy where we took back the Tenkin and the 21, lost it, took it back, and then we maintained it for 2 weeks until we saw this move to the upside. Right, this was a good 681% to the upside. Okay, but now there's the off case in which we actually lose those levels, and now you're going to see that right here. Okay, we took back the Tenkin and the 21, but we lost it here, and we saw immediate continuation to the downside. Same thing on this, right? Until we took it back here and we saw that that move to the upside. But what I'm saying here is that it's a good sort of region, it's a good level to go off of, that Tenkin and the 21 EMA. And I want you to notice in this instance how it is lining up with a major horizontal at 710 sats. Okay, if we start maintaining this, it will maintain a more bullish structure on the weekly time frame. If for whatever reason we lose it to the downside and we have a candle body close, a weekly candle body close underneath the 710 region, chances are we're coming down further. At the very least, I'll be expecting 570 sats. Okay, but right now I do believe this is a more bullish posture than a bearish posture right now. On the thing with XLM is that when it rips on BTC, it is not going to give you a chance to get in. I think it's going to rip fast and it's going to rip hard. Okay, but you will get a tell. And I do believe that first bullish tell is actually going to come to you on XLM USDT. So if we get onto that chart, okay, now I'm going to zoom out of XLM USDT. And the first thing I'm going to do is, well, follow our conventions of drawing in support and resistance. Okay, now we're going to draw one point of support right there. We'll draw another one right around here. And another one right around here. So everything, closer to immediate sort of price action. Okay, and I'm actually going to draw one more point of resistance over us right now. And that's around here. Okay, beautiful. So what I was looking for, now this is something that I personally was looking for in order to determine whether or not I'll be taking a position on XLM. Okay, my objective in this space is to collect as much Bitcoin as possible, but like I said, the first tell is going to come to you on XLM USDT. What I was looking for personally was for price to close a weekly candle over this region here at around 0.0796 cents. Okay, we failed to do that. In fact, we got up there, we were hovering over that region, but I said, no, I'm going to wait for a candle body close. We did not get that. We came and settled underneath that region only to get rejected off of it on that next weekly candle. And what do you know? We are still sort of making our way to the downside. But in order for me to actually take a position on this, guys, I will still be looking for XLM to take out this region right here at around 0.0796 cents. Until and unless we take out this region, my view on XLM is still going to be neutral. All right, I think this is going to be your first tell of whether or not XLM is going to rip. Now, I mean, the weekly time frame is looking all right, relative to its horizontals. Right now, it just seems like it wants to possibly make its way down to the Tenkin here at around 0.05 cents, which is a good, from where price is at currently to that region, that's a good 19% to the downside. If you're holding a long position on XLM, you do not want to be sitting through a 19% dump, right? So let's get on to the lower time frames. Actually, no, before I get onto the lower time frames, there's another thing I'm noticing about XLM here, and this is more like a pattern play than anything else. I'm noticing a falling channel that we have actually broken out of on this chart. Okay, so this is what I am looking at. To be super precise, this could either be a falling channel or even a wedge of sorts, but I'd say it's a channel for now. But it appears that we have broken out of it. However, we're not seeing that immediate sort of push to the upside. Now, I know many of you guys have spotted this already, but let me tell you something. If, for whatever reason, XLM starts closing daily candles underneath this level here at around 0.06 cents, I do believe that this pattern is negated. Okay, I do not want to see price closing below the breakout point of the pattern. As soon as it starts closing candles below that breakout point, chances are, you know, the measured move, the anticipated measured move is not going to come to fruition. All right, now this is XLM on the weekly time frame. Let's actually get on to the daily time frame and see what it's doing there. It's an alright picture so far. Okay, the cloud is still green. We're still over the cloud right now. We still have that bullish TK cross, but we're maintaining it. However, note that we are holding the 21 EMA as well as that Tenkin as overhead resistance. And one thing about XLM, I want you to notice these two trends here. This trend right here on the daily and this trend right here. We held that 21 pretty damn well. Okay, until we lost it, and losing that 21 EMA was your first tell. Okay, so at the very least, if we have to continue any sort of uptrend, I will be looking for XLM to take out the 21 EMA as well as that Tenkin. Okay, until and unless we do that, I do believe that this is still going to be a more bearish posture on the daily time frame. What is really going to throw this off, and we're likely to see continuation to the downside, is if XLM manages to take out these candles right here. Okay, the lowest point being at 0.0635 cents, and I want you to notice how it is also in line with this horizontal, right? The breakout point of this that falling channel that we drew out on the weekly time frame. Start closing candles here. I will at the very least be expecting a move all the way to 0.045 cents. Let's get on to some of the lower time frames and see if there's any picture being drawn out there. Okay, so it appears that we have a Kumo twist right here, and I noticed that XLM, this is an observation that I've made. Okay, it's a mirror observation. It's loose, so, you know, don't look at this as steady financial advice. But I find that, you know, XLM does pretty damn well on Kumo twists. Okay, I usually notice that price does more often than not, more than many other altcoins, it gets pulled into the Kumo twist. So I'll be expecting a push up, getting at least at the very least up to the Kijun, but of course it's going to be an if this then that. If we manage to close 4-hour candles over that 21 EMA, I think I'll be expecting a move all the way to 0.0735 cents. Okay, and then we'll have to take it from there. But right now, I do believe that is maintaining that that daily sort of bullish structure. Losing these guys here is going to be your first bearish tell. We lose this here, guys, we're coming down further. Okay, at which point I do believe that this massive falling channel also gets negated. Right now, the picture is neutral. Okay, for this to turn bullish, I'll be looking for price to take out this region right here at 0.079 cents. Taking this out, guys, will have consequences, bullish consequences, even for XLM BTC. Okay, now you have my input on XLM. This is all I have for you for today. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, guys. Ciao.